Now I'm going to keep reading some parts of this book. Anybody who can afford it, I would read, go to holodynamics.com and order all of the books. I don't know so much right now that I would even pay for their tracking, um, because while I think this has a lot of answers, it's only part of the puzzle that we need to understand. You need to find your answers. You need to find your own unknown problem and then use this tool. And you also need to be collective within our societies. So again, if you agree with any of this information, not only you need to understand this, but everybody else needs to understand this. So please rate this, please mirror this, please share this with as many people as possible, because the more people we wake up, the more we form the army that will make change that we need. So I'll continue reading from this book. It's called The Dance of Life. I would like to start a book discussion. I don't know if I can handle the conversation because there may be too many people, but discussion between ourselves is what we need to do to find our answers. But we need to do it with love and not anger. We need to love our neighbor. And we need to be peaceful. Through anger, nothing gets done. We need to remain calm. So here's more part of the book. In a quantum world, everything is connected. Here near the top of the mountains, out in nature, everything in its constant collaboration. Everything communicates with everything else. Every species is cooperative. Here I witness life as an individual, presence within a state of collective consciousness. Here in nature, it is inconceivable to think of a world in which only humans can talk. Presence in nature is more than just communication, as in the sharing of words. It is the realization of love so deep, so in tune, that we can experience the thoughts, feelings, and mood swings of everything and everyone. It is the music of life. Nature is the dance of life. Living as we do in cities, surrounded by cement and stone, covering our floors and rugs, our furnished wood, surrounded by artificial clothing, electric wires, and metal cars, we isolate ourselves from nature and from music of life. We have become dead to its touch. Once in a while, when we fall in love or get caught up in the beautiful music, or are present in meeting with others, we remember who we are in nature and we emerge from deep inside ourselves. We tune in and come alive. Every set of circumstances is driven by potential. Out of the mountain meadow, sharing the same information, feel conscious of our common being of togetherness, bonding together in oneness, I become life once more. I could feel the energy renew every cell of my body, one with everything, conscious of the dance. My symbiose with others was such a contrast to the cities, where in the midst of so many self-created islands of isolation, I often remained alone in shells of my own making. Others seemed to do the same. I hope I read that right. I was so obvious in the negotiations, where the forgetting of our natural global state of being had kept people so isolated from each other. Like Walking Dead in some horror movie, people had lost their power to reach out, to remember, to touch nature and remember their own nature. We had fought our wars, both cold and hot, played our roles, and done our duty without allegiance to life. But out here in the wilderness, life has not forgotten us. The music still plays. The mountains and meadows still dance the dance. The animals, birds, plants, every form of life are bonded in quantum holographic dynamic world where everything is conscious and everything is connected. How I love this state of being, how I love the dance of life. It seems to me that our oneness with nature is natural, part of life, part of our conscious heritage, and part of our future. We live in an age of reawakening. Communication is increasing. Information is emerging at almost frantic pace. Increasing mobilization, the internet, mass media, and new technology have created quantum leaps in our collective consciousness. More and more people are hearing of music of life and stepping onto the dance floor. That is why I, an American, found my way into Russia at the height of the Cold War and began to confront the issues, share the new information, and teach holodynamics, the whole dynamic of reality. It is the new state of consciousness, and yet it is older than time. In war where everything is connected, why not go into the middle of Cold War? Why not add my presence to the issue? Why not reconnect and remember how to collaborate? This is a macro world where smallness can make a difference. A global war applies to everything, even the seemingly smallest issue of our personal lives. I remember wondering, how long will we remain in isolation behind our imaginary iron curtains? How long will we depend on others, governments, peacemakers, religious leaders, or anyone else to solve the problems we are facing? Most of us cannot even face the fact the planet is dying. We don't even want to hear about it. How long will we attempt to deny the greatness opportunity we have ever had to confront? It's time for straight talk, straight answers that lead to straight solutions. These can only come from a comprehensive state of consciousness. The way out of our problems is through the problem and into a new way of thinking, one that is aware of the multi-states of being and multiple dimensions of reality. The old linear way of thinking doesn't work anymore. It can't solve the complex problems of our day. It takes a new dynamic, more personally responsible way of being that shifts from one dimension to another effect. In a world where everything is connected, everything is driven by potential. Any problem is my problem. We are connected. Any problem and me. I own it. I also own the potential that drives it. I am that problem, and I am the potential solution to the problem. When I remember, as I did in the field of flowers, one thing I remember is that every problem is caused by its solution. If the biosphere is being so depleted and polluted that it is losing its balance, I am the imbalance. And once I own it, then I can become the solution to balancing the biosphere. If there is anyone hungry, I am hungry. Only then can I become the solution to world hunger. If there is anyone who remains ignorant, I am the ignorant one. Only then can I become the solution to ignorance. We are all connected like flowers in a mountain. We are all collective, collaborating consciousness. I own it. I relish the opportunity to unfold the potential of any sort of circumstances that come up in our field of potential flowers. It is our covenant, the covenant of conscious universe. The only thing required of us is that we choose to be conscious, or in other words, aware of reality. Now, I hope you can kind of understand that this is what we're saying is, I am part of why that oil is leaking. You are part of why that oil is leaking. This problem is driven by the solution. We want to know the solutions of how to live in a better world. We have been killing people. We have been killing women and children because we want to drive our cars. So anyone driving a car that's pumping their car with gas, no, you are killing some innocent child just to drive that car. So stop driving your cars. Yes, everything will crash, but out of the crash will be created a newness. We need to believe and trust in what we can create that's so much better. We've been wanting this, but we're creating enough problems to drive us to experience the solution. And the solution is going to be within you. It is the wildest thing. But if you want change, don't look for something normal. Normal is creating this. You got to go outside the box. You got to see something completely different. sort of open your mind to something completely wild, and you'll find some solutions to you. I'll continue on in another video. Peace out.